There's one reason why you can't make a decision as an autistic. So let's get straight into the video. Get to know me personally with my one-on-one coaching. First call is absolutely free. Check the link out in the description. So what could be one of the biggest things that a lot of autistics face when they can't make a decision? Because when you're making a decision, you need to know what is clear. You need to make a clear and concise decision. You need to understand what you're actually thinking about. But the problem comes when you don't have a clear and concise opinion or option. So how do you have a more clear and concise decision on what you want to do? So I believe that it's not that you want to create a clear and concise decision for yourself, but rather it's about not overthinking the process. Because us autistics might overthink it in a way that makes it harder to make that decision. So for example, you think of it so deeply, you think of it so subjectively, you get to the roots, you get to the bottom of it, that you're then so confused with what's the simplicity around it that you cannot make a decision anymore, because you've created it in your mind to be so complicated that you have now overcomplicated your decision making. Now, how can you now make a decision if you made something so complicated within your own thoughts, and now you can't even come to a conclusion? And I'm an overthinker. I'll overanalyze, and that causes me to get into that sort of rut where I can't think of a clear solution because I've overthought it. But sometimes it's not as clear as what you're hoping it to be, and sometimes you need that outside stimulation to be able to change your mind, such as asking other people, asking friends, asking family, whoever you can, to be able to get that support so that you may understand what you're thinking about better. So if you're not confident with making a decision, or you feel like you can't make a decision, you have to think back to, how can I make this as simple as you can? How can I make this as simple as I can to be able to make a decision? Because sometimes if you overcomplicate it, therefore then you're not ever going to make a decision, and you're never going to be able to actually get the thing done or get the thing finished that you need done. And the best thing you can do is do the thing, make a decision, and then see the outcome. It could be a dangerous outcome, it could be a bad outcome, it could be a negative outcome. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because you've gotten results from that outcome. So a lot of people, they're too scared to start. They're too scared to make a decision because they're worried about the outcome. Where sometimes you need to make that decision to see the outcome and then change your decision. You may need to change your decision because maybe you were wrong about something here or there. Or maybe both things were wrong, and then maybe you needed to make a decision on one of them to realize another decision you could have made. And that's where being stagnant, not moving, is a bad thing. It's a bad thing for us. If we're not constantly moving, if you're not constantly doing something, you're never going to improve. And that's the bottom line. If you sat here for the next 20 years trying to figure out if I wanted to rip that tree root out, well then I'm never going to rip the tree root out. If I sat here contemplating whether to pick up a leaf, is it poisonous? Is it got disgusting things on it? Is it yuck? I don't know. I could sit here for years. I could sit here for ages contemplating whether to pick up that leaf or not. But sometimes you just got to pick it up and you got to make your decision. Okay, I made that decision. I picked up the leaf. Oh, yuck, it's got poo on it. Ugh. Okay, You picked up the leaf, but you weren't sitting there for ages contemplating whether to pick the leaf up or not. So make the decisions and then adapt and then change. Because if you never make the decision, you'll never move. You'll be stagnant. You'll be an ice block. You'll be stuck in an ice block. So that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe to watch more educational content about autism and how to be an independent young man on the autism spectrum. Anyway, thank you.